My people, welcome.
We have gathered here today.
To
mourn the phenomenon of
M3.
M3.
Rest in peace.
Hey, we suffered. Anyway, we have overcome that one.
Thank God.
You know? So, with our PTSD, we'll give you all a little video, a little glimpse.
Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. As you guys know, we did a previous video on our mid M3 year struggles, and we are here to the glory of God.
Amen.
To testify.
Yeah.
To testify.
Was that mid M3 year?
It was well into M3 year.
Yeah, you said it was March.
March, yeah. So
it feels like forever ago.
it is now what, September, whatever.
Boy.
Whenever we release this video.
Yeah.
And we are well past that. We've finished M3 year.
Yeah. Round of applause.
Yeah.
No small thing.
Yells. So you're into your fourth year of medical school.
Yes, I am. And it's still kind of hard to embody that M4, the fact that I'm an M4.
Mm-hmm.
I still kind of think I'm in some like limbo or some weird zone between M3 and M4, but yeah, I'm an M4, and actually just started applications for residencies went out like a week ago, and yeah, so it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. And then you, what are you doing?
I'm doing a joint degree. I am doing the MD, MBA, and working on the MBA right now. Whatever.
Yeah. You should be hella credentialed.
That's not the point. But anyway, yeah, M3 year, M3, M4, it's weird because it's like once you're finished with your core clerkships, you're officially an M4.
Yeah.
So like there are people who finished well before us, and they were like our classmates were like technically like M4s.
Well, actually, yeah, it's interesting because we both go to the same school but different campuses, and I didn't have that experience. We had to take some electives that were mandatory.
Oh, okay.
So we were all kind of withheld from being M4s up until like July or something.
And it was all at the same time.
Yeah.
So at my school we have like multiple tracks. I don't know if they've changed it, but like at some points there are people who are doing M4 rotations. But anyway, it just kind of gets to that point of this limbo, this feeling of, I guess I'm an M4 now, and like, and then you don't really know what's going on everywhere, like with the M1s, the M2s, because you're just kind of doing your own thing.
And you're not in the med school anymore.
You're not. You don't even go there. Like it's kind of like deep. It's kind of crazy.
And when you go back, it feels that feeling when you go back to elementary school.
Yeah. Have you gone back to your elementary school?
Yeah, you feel like big. You feel like you're a stranger in your own home. You know?
I guess.
It's a weird feeling. But yeah, that's kind of where I am in terms of M3 and M4. But yeah, M4. You're technically an M4 too.
I am an M4.
Yeah.
I finished my M3 year, so I am an M4.
You're sneaking a second degree in there.
Yeah, I guess. But like, okay, we talked a lot about this last time of like the pros. I really enjoyed working with patients during my M3 year.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I think, absolutely.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to apply what I've learned. But I know like we talked a little bit about like imposter syndrome and the confidence level. I feel like it was like, at the beginning I was like, oh yeah, let's do this, M3 year, like kill it. And then like it hit a low, and then it slowly went back up like towards the end, where it was just like, okay, like we're just gonna present another patient now. Like you get used to the flow of things, you adapt, and with each rotation, and it gets a little easier.
That's deep, man.
A little easier.
That's an analogy for life. That's life in general. You start something
That's
new,
a lesson.
you know, things that might not be going so hot, and then before you know it, you're like, whoa, I'm cruising, like this is getting better now. So
we just made a life lesson right now.
Yeah,
that's
always black kids, white coats.
Yeah.
I love life lessons. So I mean, I had the same kind of thing. You know, at the last video I was very optimistic, but I was also kind of reluctant about the fact that M3 is very subjective in terms of you might, you know, behave the same way and present the patient the same way to two different attendings the exact same way, and then get different grades. And it's almost as if to you're living the moment as an M3. You're like, oh my god, this is so important. Whether I get honors or, you know, everyone has their own thing. We had outstanding and advanced.
Yeah.
But you're almost like pleading with the doctor, like looking in their eyes, like please
give me an O.
Empathize. Remember when you were in my shoes?
Right,
you know?
right, yeah.
And you know, to their credit, of course they should grade you how they deem fit. but the fact that it's subjective means that you could get an outstanding or honors for the exact same presentation with just a completely different doctor.
Yeah, it's
So
that was a frustrating thing I feel like
Yeah.
with M3 year, where it's just like you feel like you can't win.
Exactly, but that also kind of is another analogy for later on in practice, right? You have to kind of adapt to everyone's style.
We're doing life lessons.
Exactly.
Now,
I mean,
guys.
as I'm speaking, I'm actually speaking to myself too,
Wow.
because you have to adapt to everyone's style. You're
Yeah.
not going to be able to impress everybody, whether it's
True.
an attending, a fellow, whatever. You have to kind of like shift and shape, and that's what makes us, that's what makes us human in terms of not being like sociopaths. We're able to recognize our situations and adapt. Sometimes it involves what some people might say, or like brown nosing or not being yourself, but
Yeah.
it's a fine dance, isn't it? Between
I feel like there was a lot of that M3
Yeah.
year, unfortunately.
yeah, and
but
that's probably one of the main cons, I think.
Yeah.
There's always a little learning period where you learn the attending or the resident who you're with, and then you adapt, and then it almost seems like just when you adapt,
just when you figure it
switch,
out.
you switch to a different attending or different unit,
Right.
and you're like, I have to. Well, it's like we're who we are. We're very like kind of genial and nice and outgoing.
If you
But
say so.
having to do the same thing over and over, it kind of gets exhausting sometimes.
M3 year was very draining
Yeah.
in my opinion, and
Yeah.
time management was difficult. I think we talked about that in the like previous video of like when I had to choose between sleeping and studying. Most of the time I was sleeping, y'all. I
Yeah.
can't lie, because I mean you just have to know yourself. For me,
Yeah.
like sleep is important.
Yeah,
So
it is. It
but then
is.
again, you have to like figure out what is important
Yeah.
to you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It was draining, and
Yeah.
towards the end, I felt like I was burnt out a bit.
Yeah, I felt a little less burnt out because we talked about this. We're different sites.
Yeah.
And the education can
And also
be so
managing
different.
your stress. You probably manage your stress better than I did. I
We
was
all have
stressed.
different ways. Self-care. Yeah.
I was so stressed.
But either way, we're done now. And it's like,
Done.
It's good to look
Bye.
back. Bye,
Got you,
M3.
fool.
Yeah.
We're good.
See you later, M3.
And then residency.
Yeah, I mean, and the rest of M4 too. So
True.
those are.
True.
Yeah, you can't jump. You gotta do the rest of M4. We're not getting graded. I heard actually some rotations in M4 have exams. You got
Well,
your
like
radiology.
if you're
does.
trying to do like emergency medicine and stuff,
Oh, yeah,
like
you have a
they may have like
NBME thing.
yeah. I think it depends on your school. It depends on what rotation
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah.
You may still be writing exams your M4 year,
Yeah.
but for the most part, M4 year is meant to be a little like more
Relax.
chill.
For interview,
Yeah.
you have time to do interviews and.
But it's a different type of stress though.
Yeah, it is.
Because you're applying
This
to
is the
residency.
rest of my life stress.
Yeah, like you're
Yeah.
making a decision of what you're going to do for the next, I don't even know
X
how many,
X Y
number of years.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's a different type of stress.
Yeah.
And
Additionally, it makes you weigh your time differently. Let's say you're on the wards or something, and you know that I have to do interviews. Like, you might not spend as much time doing as many, things outside of the hospital as you might because you're actually dealing with residency stuff.
yeah,
So I don't know. It's different.
it's all about
different.
time management.
Yeah.
We still keep learning
The
about this
same
time
thing.
management. The same thing.
I have a
y'all.
sneaking suspicion I'm going to be having the same conversation about time management
Y'all.
10 years from now. Well, check in 10 years
Check
from now.
in 10
Hopefully,
years from now.
Definitely the channel will still be going. I'll see it now. Here's the
Hopefully.
growth, right?
Yeah, for
But-
sure.
But yeah, that's just a nutshell of our experience so far. Anything else come to mind about your M3 or any particular stories?
No.
No? Let's see. Do I have any
I've forgotten
stories?
most of the M3 year. I
Yeah,
put that in
it's
the.
It's all blended
Hopefully,
together.
all the knowledge that I've learned is there, but like my experiences, whatever.
You're still processing.
Processing them,
Yeah.
so s- little by little.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is one thing you feel like at least you've learned from M3 year moving onwards to like fourth year?
It's a great question. One thing I'd say is just being more mindful. Being more mindful when you feel like your confidence is going low, and being appreciative of kind of taking that as a chance to be introspective and say, hey, I've come this far. Like, I should have some sort of gratitude
Yeah.
and some sort of awareness of how far I've come and what I know, and try to beat this whole imposter syndrome monster. It's I mean, everyone has it. So
I mean, let's not put that on you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but I feel like this
A lot of
is
people
personal
have it.
experience,
Yeah.
imposter syndrome. But like, I definitely agree. I feel like you go through it. Like, even if you're studying for the MCAT right now, like I'm talking to you
Yeah.
pre-meds, like
Oh,
you
man,
guys.
that was a long time
Yeah, that
ago.
was such a while
You got
ago.
this.
But
Stay
even at that
strong.
point, you guys deserve it. Keep going, keep moving forward. M1s, keep like at every point of the way I've learned, or someone has told me that you should celebrate every step of the way, just because. Yeah, you tend to lose. Like I think M3 year is like the easiest year to kind of get lost in like the
sauce.
Yeah, lost in the sauce. Of like, oh man, I just don't feel like I'm doing that much because it's you're still learning. Like even M4 year, you're still learning. Residency is a whole nother training field. So like just every step of the way, being appreciative, being more grateful, or like just like you said, like reflecting and all of that. I think is really important too.
Absolutely, and kind of being having gratitude and having a recognition of when those skills tend to curve up and when you start to become more proficient, and kind of being aware and kind of celebrating that.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people might overshadow those celebratory moments by that cloud of like imposter or that cloud of
like, who are
negatives.
you?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let anybody do that to you.
Yeah, celebrate the small victories.
Celebrate the small things.
In a nutshell.
So yeah, that's it.
That's it. Till next time. Hope you enjoy the color. Look at our colors.
They don't really
Argyle
match,
got the
though.
stripes. It's okay. We're vibrant.
Wow.
We're vibrant.
Just shining bright.
Got the natural hair going.
Yo,
I'm not gonna
don't
touch
touch
it.
my hair.
I was gonna do that. I was gonna touch it. I was gonna do
I'm
that.
going to touch it. Do you see this? Do you see this?
Anyways, yeah, that's another video. Oh, we went out of focus. How you gonna get out of focus?
Whoa.
Why you? Why did you do that?
We good.
Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to tune in to our channel, browse. We have a lot more videos. Click the subscribe button if you feel so inclined.
Do it.
Also hit like if you enjoyed this video.
Yeah, share it with people that are pre-med or in med
Absolutely.
school. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments and the Instagram and all of that. We'll put all that information below in the details.
All right, peace
Bye.
out.
And check out, damn it. And check in soon for other more. I'll just let you say that part, man. Like.
And let us know if you have. Wow. Okay. Wait, one more time. Alright. So, what's one thing you feel like you've learned, at least from this whole M3 year process?
It's a great question.
The library is now closing. Please bring any books for checkout to the main circulation desk.
Well, guess I didn't learn what time
The
library
library is
closed.
now.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Black Kids White Coats YouTube channel. I'm Nelson. This is Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, where'd you go? I think M3 swallowed her up.
Oh my god.
She'll be back though.
Really bad.